You're with me, the one and only Tex Lerena, at my humble home, and we're going to be racing on the rails. Bouncing off the rails straight into the Durban July, guys. The July has become a conditions race, which takes away the old days of a long handicap similar to the Melbourne Cup. So this is going to really get the professional punters studying their form and looking to find out which horses they believe are thrown in at the weights. With the field betting at 5-1, this just shows you how open this race is, and it's going to be one hell of an exciting race. And the nice thing is, guys, they are betting 1-6 for a place. Guys, the two 4-year-olds that stand out to me is number 4 Master Sabina, the Summer Cup winner, and we've got number 1 French Navy, who earned over 4 million rand in stake money last year and ran a great come on third. The Rising Sun Gold Challenge really brought out some results which we were expecting a few days ago, and we had French Navy who ran a great come on third, and of course Mac Delago got the controversial verdict by short head in this Rising Sun Gold Challenge. He's the other 4-year-old. And then we've got Master Sabina, who stamped his authority in the Summer Cup and wasn't well in the weights in the Met, went a bit off the boil, but according to the gallops and the interview recently with Andrew Bond and Gavin Lerena, Master Sabina is going to be back, and that's my other fancy of 4-year-old. We've got some 3-year-olds that I've really kept an eye on, and you've got the Snaith coupling, Black Arthur, drawn 17 with Dougie White jetting out from Hong Kong, and we've got Anthony Delpeche on Bella Bella, the 3-year-old filly of the Snaiths, and Anthony had the choice of these two, and he's gone for Bella Bella. She's pulled a great draw of number 3, and she's going to have to, I'm sure she's going to be a big runner to carry the 3-year-old flag in the July. The other 3-year-olds that have also caught my eye and done nothing wrong is Abashari. He's just full of green on the Formgrids website, and he has just done nothing wrong. So he's got to be in with a great chance, drawn to Carl Zechner, hungry for a July. And then of course we've got Marina Resco from the backyard, and unfortunately this horse drew 19 with young Grant van Niekerk, who was very unlucky 4 or 5 years ago on a Tyrant Zaki horse. But you know what, sometimes a bad draw can run into your hands. And a previous few winners with a bad draw was Flaming Rock some 20 years ago. You had Classic Flab from the David Ferrara stable, and Dynasty, the great Dynasty, also from the worst of draws in the days when there's 20 runners in the field. So these draws can get beaten if the horse on his day is on the boil and has the luck going with him. Going back to the race and the running of the race, it's one of the most grueling races on the South African calendar. Every jockey, owner, trainer, groom, breeder wants to have a winner from the Durban July. And this is where things can really change, because the geographics of Greyville has changed. It's just over half the size that it used to be. So horses are racing on a track that was hardly raced on over the last 100 years because of the poly track on the inside. So besides that, if you had to run the Durban July 3-4 times, you get a different result more than likely because of lack of running, horses that peaking on the day. So it's really a challenge to the punter. And the July, it's a household name. People are running raffles in their homes, running raffles at the office, or you know, in picking the winner in the first, second, and third horses, and dishing out little prize money. It really takes South Africa by storm, like the Melbourne Cup takes Australia by storm. Every year the Durban July doesn't miss controversial problems regarding of who made the final field. And this year it's trophy wife from the Sean Terry stable, and Sean has certainly let it know that she has run with the best, and how she didn't get in, he is gobsmacked. And maybe the people running the July and the operators in it come to a happy medium where there'll be no whys and ifs and buts that horses didn't make the cut. The old Holiday Inn summer handicap years ago, from the last time it was run, if it was run on the 15th of December, horses earned their points to get into it the next year. So for whatever ran in the race, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, started off with points, and through the year they got their points, and everybody knew the rules and where they stood and who was going to get in. And that's me, Tex Lerena, from Racing on the Rail. Hopefully next week we'll have some more information on the July and the other big races, and of course my recent trip to a very rainy France, of course in the European Cup final there, well, full of action. See you next week.